Natal, Bayonetta, and EA. I'm being held here against my will this week for, oh my god, this week was for the win. Good afternoon and welcome back to another edition of the world's longest running show where I keep my pants on, or as some of you know it, oh my god, this week was for the win. I'm your host, Luke Brown. Thank you. Canned applause, by the way. You might remember me from the New Releases show, the Collector's Edition show, or as the guy who had to be dragged away kicking and screaming from Call of Duty to do this show. Companies are even afraid of releasing news during the week of Modern Warfare 2, but somehow we've managed to come up with a few gems ripe for satire. Woo-hoo. It looks like Project Natal might have a release window. Apparently, Microsoft is looking to release the peripheral sometime during the month of November 2010. The glorified webcam will also launch with a supposed $80 price point and arrive with more than a dozen games on day one. Now, I'm not exactly Natal's biggest supporter. In fact, I think the idea of Natal is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Why on earth so many people are excited for a motion detector with a microphone strapped to it escapes me completely. I mean, do you really want to sit on your couch and pretend to drive a car or play dodgeball? I mean, think about how stupid air guitaring is for more than a minute. Are you sure that's something you want to do for the 3 hours that Halo Natal will last? You think you get frustrated playing online now? What's going to happen when you're in the middle of a death match and the camera doesn't pick up the motion you just made to shoot a guy? I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to throw that fucking camera out the goddamn window and go grab an actual controller. I know you all remember that stupid-ass Octagon Sega came out with. Oh, well, it didn't succeed because people weren't ready for it. No, it didn't succeed because it fucking sucked. And despite the tremendous sales of the Wii, how many of those games have motion controls that are truly fun to use? Oh yeah, can't fucking wait for Natal. Gonna be the best thing since the fucking internet. You didn't think a week would go by without us talking about dear old Australia, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Surprising everyone, including me, Australia is actually doing something right this time. No, they haven't started up a death race tournament, but how awesome would that be? This time, our friends at Sega have deemed Australia lucky enough to receive a special edition of one of next year's most anticipated titles, Bayonetta. In addition to the regular game, which inmates will be able to play in monitored increments in accordance with the ruling of 2003's Fosters vs. Uggs case, where it was determined that video games were a much better incentive for good behavior than women ever were. The special edition will also come with a making-of DVD, which will be shown every Thursday night, and an art book, which select inmates will be able to spend conjugal visit time with should no woman be provided. But the kicker comes in the form of a replica pistolero. While this isn't the first time a replica gun has made its way into the hallowed halls of the prison, and I think we all remember how well that went, it doesn't seem like the government is getting its act together over there. Before you know it, they'll be allowing prisoners to vote, get some new pants, eat a warm meal. Hell, they might even extend yard time. If I could, I'd like to say just one thing to the inmates over there. Every year, enough people are raped in prison to fill a stadium more than 3 times. Can you picture that? 3 stadiums full of people raping each other. I know I can. In a recent investor call, EA head honcho John Riccitiello said that the publisher was only going to be releasing 30 games in 2010, as opposed to 2009's 60. Not only that, but they're going to shift their focus to very high profit contributor and high unit sellers for 2010. Listen, John boy, Johnny Cakes, we need to talk. What the fuck is wrong with you? Last generation people hated EA, and now everyone is eating out of your hands because you all actually took risks. I mean, going back on that is 10 kinds of retarded. Keep innovating. Innovation helped Skate kill Tony Hawk and Rock Band kill Guitar Hero. Hell, Bad Company 2 might double tap Call of Duty for all we know, and you're willing to blow that? Great. That way the gaming community can start up the haterade factories again. You're supposed to be the good guy. You made Dead Space and Mirror's Edge. You're being Activision. Don't be Activision.
Don't.
Thanks, Mr. Riccitiello. I'm happy we had this talk. We'll see you next time.
Yeah!